as we stroll along together, holding hands, walking all along. So in love are we two that we don't know what to do. So in love in a world of our own, as we stroll by the sea together under stars twinkling.
Al di là del bene più prezioso ci sei tu, al di là del sogno più ambizioso ci sei tu, al di là delle cose più belle, al di là delle stelle ci sei tu, al di là ci sei tu per me, soltanto per me. Al di là means you are far above me, very far. Every star will light the way.
Guess who's coming?
She's coming to dinner?
Yeah. We invited her just for you.
We're waiting for her to show up.
Is she on her way?
Yeah, she's here. She's on her way.
Okay.
We just want to gather everybody here. Mary Ann and I and Louie and Bob were honored to have you all come back to the house so we can have a few words and say something nice and have this nice moment as a family. And so what we first want to do is first toast you, and let's toast to this wonderful grand day, which was 50 years ago today. So we congratulate you, we love you, and then we all have a little something we want to say. So,
Happy anniversary. All right, Tom and Annette, reflecting back 50 years ago brings back so many memories, but not clearly. Heck, I was only 16 years old.
Yeah.
Tom, I do remember when Pat and I introduced you to Annette. It was a Saturday afternoon.
Well, he remembers the date.
You were on your postal route delivering mail to Schiller Boulevard. We set it up so that Annette was waiting to meet you and introductions were made.
No kidding. So
The rest is history.
I knew it was something.
You know, I'm going to deviate from the script. Okay. All right. You know, you were a pretty foxy girl.
At that time, yeah.
Well, you still are. But, you know, I remember when I first met you. I thought, you know, this Annette, she's a fine-looking girl.
So was it
Now,
a toss-up at that point?
well, you know, I was dating Patty, you know, and Annette, you know, she was a little, yeah, she had a little age on her. She had me by
Little age.
Yeah, she had me by like 3 years. And, but, you know, when Pat said, you know, maybe we should introduce Annette to your brother. I said, why? I said, why? Why would I want to do that? She's such a nice girl.
There you go.
Do you remember that?
Yes, oh, I do. I just didn't know.
You know, you two dated for what seems to be like less than a week before you were married.
12 days, actually.
12. Well, Pat and I continued to date for another 7 years.
She wasn't sure.
She was a little bit more discriminating than your sister was.
She was in 8th grade also.
What did I know?
Eighth grade. She
I
was.
still don't know whether I like you more as a brother or as a brother-in-law. That's
What?
assuming that I like you in the first place. You do know that this brother-sister thing is common in Kentucky. Except the situation is more like brother marrying sister,
Ooh.
and all the kids grow up looking like
You
Mitch
want to read that
McConnell.
over again? I missed that.
He doesn't know if that was
I
right.
think you've missed a lot.
Wait, right. Age related.
Yours was the first wedding I ever went to. I was honored to be in the wedding party, and your marriage was the template we used for our own. Tom and Annette, you brought us two wonderful Morehusens. Lynn Marie.
You make it.
I don't understand this. I don't know why it would get sentimental at this point. Because
That might be your time.
it is.
Time of the month.
Lynn Marie and my godson Tommy. Lynn Marie was the princess of the family. And we will never forget her little chin dance.
You do it well? I can't.
With our family having 3 boys,
One.
she ruled. Lynn ruled.
Yeah,
Right?
she did. Yep.
When Tommy came in, when he came along, Sandy was elated.
Oh my God.
He was especially elated because he'd always been surrounded by girls. Even the dog was a female.
Yes.
Remember this? I regret leaving home, if only for the reason that you know,
Hang in there.
I
Hang in
hate
there.
reading this shit.
Hang in there. Go get it.
You know, I'm thinking, we're here with family tonight.
That's okay. Good.
And, it's
That's all right.
50th wedding anniversary. We love them to death, right? And we're all family. Pat and I were married 44 years. We're all family. I mean, everybody in the room is family. And
Means a lot.
That's
it
okay.
means a lot.
Means everything.
It just means a lot.
It does, Bob.
And I don't know. What's that?
Thanks. We took pictures earlier. We took pictures earlier.
I promised I wouldn't do this. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I promise I wouldn't do this. But it really means something. It means something. I'm seeing my, today, I'm seeing my brother Richard and my sister-in-law Linda. I haven't seen for a while. And, everybody else in the room. When Pat and I come in from out of town, it's like, damn, every visit's a reunion, It's not like, I'll see you next week. It's a reunion. And now we've got an occasion to go and celebrate 50th wedding anniversary. I mean, that's big stuff. In anybody's family, that's big stuff. And so, I'm reading this script that I wrote, and I mean everything that I put in it, but I just can't stay with the script because it really doesn't say how much I really feel about y'all.
You don't need a script, Bob. We do.
You know what I mean? So, Pat and I, we left home 40 years ago. We left Chicago. And it was tough. It was tough for us to go. It was tough for us to leave. It was tough for us to leave everybody. When Pat and I, before we got married, we were dating. And Marianne will say the same thing. Anybody in the room will say the same thing. We had an opportunity while we were growing up, and we went and we spent time with Tom and Annette. Tom was my older brother. Annette was Pat's older sister. And we went over there and we spent time together. And it was a special time for us because we grew up. My older brother helped me grow up. Pat's older sister helped us grow up. So, now we're here, and I just want to tell you, I miss you. There are a lot of times that we should have spent together that we didn't because we moved out of town, and it's my fault. And the same thing applies to everybody in the room. I mean, I wish that we were here to spend more time. I wish we could share things. We could have shared things in the past, and maybe we will share more things in the future. But I want to say to you, over the last, I've known you for what, 70 years? I wish you the best. I wish that we had spent more time with you. I hope that we can spend more time with you in the future. I hope that what your future brings for you after 50 years of marriage is another 50. I hope you have more nights of that brown bag popcorn that you used to make when you went to the outdoor theater with, right? I wish you 50 years. I wish you one more year. I wish you no more years of that lousy flooded basement. I just wish that you go and spend the rest of the next 50 years doing all the things that you haven't done, that you want to do. That I wanted you to go and have all those secret things together that you'll never tell your children about.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute. And so, with that, I wish you the happiest anniversary and thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
And I have a script, but I'm sticking to it. Because my best work is done when I sit down at a computer and think it, and I tell you from my heart what I want to say, and so I'm going to read you what I have planned for you tonight. And my story starts. As I think back to your wedding day, several memories come to mind. I remember Annette and the wedding party getting dressed at Mom and Dad's house on Schiller Boulevard. We were all gathering in our one and only bathroom, taking turns to rotate in and out, leaving enough time for Annette to have her space. Mom was the excited mother of the bride, and Dad was getting ready to give away his first daughter. The house was filled with family and friends. Our second set of parents were there. Uncle Ralph and Aunt Eleanor and the boys. Ralphie would be getting ready to walk the white carpet as the ring bearer. It was an exciting day for all of us, since this was the first wedding in our family. The day was brisk as we took pictures outside the church, but the sun did shine. Today, as I look around the room, I notice many faces who were not at the event because you weren't even born. I know each and every one of us has many people on our minds who are not here to celebrate with us today, and we're such a big part of your 50-year marriage. Mom would have been the first one at that hall today, making sure everyone was sitting where they needed to sit and making sure everyone was comfortable. Mom and Dad Moorhusen would be sitting proud to know that their son and daughter-in-law endured 50-year relationship to beat the odds of today. Of course, Aunt Eleanor would be checking out the cookie trays and making sure that everyone's favorites were on the tray. Yes, we all have that special memory of what we were doing 50 years ago today. But for me, I'm so grateful to be here with all of you who mean so much to me. Family is everything, and no matter where you live, as long as you have love of those most dear to you in your hearts, then you're never far apart. To both of you, I give you my best of the best for all the happiness, health, success in the years ahead, and I love you both.
How's this supposed to be? A happy occasion?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Tone and Tom. As your 7-year-old sister, I was very excited to be all dressed up and ready to party. on your wedding day. I was experiencing my first dress-up event and would be walking down the white carpet of St. Gertrude Church with all eyes on me. I remember all the excitement at the house, the activity of the build-up prior to the big day. I can't believe it's been 50 years, and yet I have been able to learn so much from being the third Canzolino girl to be walked down by Dad. As my sisters got married and moved out, I realized I didn't have to share a room. The attention was all mine, and I could stick around a bit before I made my decisions. My fondest memories are spending time at your house. Annette would let me stay at your house. I would babysit Lynn. We would go to the zoo and being at your apartment. My childhood memories were growing up at your house, not at Schiller and Pearl. 50 years seem like a lifetime, and yet it feels like yesterday. So many things have gone on in our family and in our world. One thing is for certain, our family ties are sound, and I did learn that keeping the family together is the most important thing. For that reason, I've cherished our many holiday and family traditions and try to keep that going no matter what it takes. Tom, I'm glad you enjoy my cooking and your willingness to come over anytime. And I hope my pound cake will be as memorable as Aunt Eleanor's cookies.
We need to work on that.
I know Mom is looking down on all of us today and smiling as she sees us sticking together and enjoying each other. My wish for you both is continued good health, lots of happiness, and I love you both.
Thank you.
Tom and Annette, being the last son-in-law to arrive on the scene, I cannot recall the wedding, but I do have fond memories of the time we spent at Mom and Dad's, the Friday night pizza nights, and many Sunday dinners. The fondness will always be the holidays. Being together as a family always made me feel welcome, as if I was part of the family. I can honestly say that the past 20 years in this family has given me so much support and love that I cannot imagine life any other way. As we look at our futures together with so many new members in our family sitting around in this room, I'm excited to know that there are many more good times to be had. I wish you all the love and happiness you can find. I love you both.
Alright.
The only problem with being at your parents' 50th wedding anniversary and crying that much is I am having a hot flash. So, welcome to my life now. 50 years. 50 years of, what a commitment. We had talked about a year ago that we had decided that we were going to do something for our anniversary. Said, should we have a party? Should we, what do we want to do all together? And Dad made the suggestion, let's go on vacation. Let's all just, we'll all go see Tommy and we'll all go on vacation. So on a beautiful afternoon in June, we sat in Epcot and we ate at Paris and we ordered escargot and a bottle of champagne and we toasted to your 50th wedding anniversary and our 25th. And we spent the rest of the day laughing and sitting around that table and talking about how Tommy and I grew up. And Tommy and I always talked about having what we call dadisms. And dadisms are things that Dad said when we were growing up that we always swore as teenagers we'd never say to our own children, which was, we want the best from you because we want the best for you. And one of his big ones was talking ain't doing. And I used to hate talking ain't doing. Lynn, are you going to clean your room? After I get done with this, well, talking ain't doing. So I hated that. I can't believe how many times in my life talking ain't doing has become something that unfortunately I've said to you a million times, but I've said to so many people. Because that's really important. It's important to do things and not just talk about them. And that's what this type of a commitment is. A commitment to each other, a commitment to family, a commitment to friends, even to work. Unfortunately for me this evening, I was without my two family members because of commitment to team. And that's important to learn too.
And I learned that from these guys. I learned that from my parents. They lived what they taught me. It wasn't just said. Things weren't just said to me. It wasn't a lesson that I learned. It was the life that they lived that I learned from. It's something that I want to pass on to my son. It's something I want him to be proud of. Because it's important to watch your kids follow their dreams. Tommy and I grew up in a house where we were blessed to be given that opportunity. We were blessed to be in a house where we were taught how to set goals and to work hard for what you wanted, and nothing is unachievable. And you can say that to kids, but you have to live it. And that's what Talking Ain't Doing was all about. That's what Talking Ain't Doing meant to Tommy and I. That's what it means to us as adults. As kids, it was just a way to give us a hard time. But now I understand what that meant. And this is exactly what this is, this type of a commitment that you have to each other. You are an example to us. This is exactly what doing gets you in life. It gets you a beautiful family. It gets you to a point where you have close friends and people who care so much about you. And I know Tommy isn't here today, but Tommy and I are always talking about how very lucky we were to have you guys both as parents. And thank you so much for being our example, and I love you very much.
I don't know how much more of this we can take.
Do you need a Yingling? I know where to find a Yingling. You may need one.
Someone at work asked me as I was walking out the door yesterday, they said, do anything fun this weekend? I said, well, as a matter of fact, I'm going to my cousin's 50th wedding anniversary party. And in fact, I was the ring bearer. The person said to me, boy, I didn't realize you were that old. Some of my earliest childhood memories are of Annette and Tom. Their wedding, and who will forget, right? The priest at the church's rehearsal dinner saying, could somebody put a cork in that kid? For those of you who don't know, that was before Beano.
At rehearsal in church.
I remember their first apartments on Pacific Avenue, on Chestnut Street, and going there with my mom. I remember the move on to Silver Creek, and Mary and I thinking that storage space between Tommy and Lynn's room was the coolest thing. Because we could fit in it and play hide and seek. I remember going to their house in the summer and learning to swim in that pool and playing with the neighborhood kids, the Jamesons, the next door neighbors. I remember the barbecues in the summer on the 4th of July, sitting in the backyard watching the fireworks from Gwen Park. Although as I got older, that memory is a bit clouded. And I think that was probably more to do with the cold keg of beer that Tom would always have on tap. As I grew up, married Nancy, we had Michael and Christopher. I remember telling the kids that Aunt Annette and Tom were really their aunt and uncle. Because that's how close I've always felt to Aunt Ursula and Uncle Sam's daughters and their husbands. I remember when my dad passed away and my mom was home by herself, how Annette got her involved in bowling, and how on Wednesdays she'd never go by without Annette sharing her day off with my mom. A day that she could have been doing her errand and spending with Tom, but she was taking care of my mom. I'll never forget that. I remember my 7 weeks of radiation treatment, and every morning receiving a text from Annette with the words of encouragement. We counted down together. You will never know what that meant to me. Never. I remember a special day, whether it's birthday, anniversary, holiday, never going without getting a card from Annette and Tom, something that she does till this day. I wanted to both of you know, while we don't talk about the old days, at least the non-Keeler days, I do remember. Because those memories are dear, and they will stay in my mind forever. Happy 50th anniversary, continued good health and happiness. As I think we've all learned, you can't have one without the other. God bless both of you.
There you go.
I don't remember when you got married, but
going to tell you what I do remember. My greatest memory of Auntie Tony was when I was a little girl. She would call the house. I would answer, and in a high-pitched tone on the other end, I would hear, "Hi, my coolie." She still does this, and I'm 35. Auntie Tony was always showing up with her bag of tchotchkes. She always has something for everyone that was suitable for the occasion. She's always treated me 10 times better than any niece should be treated. You've always cheered me on for anything I pursued in life. And you always see the best in people, unless you're on her list. And you probably heard her say it one time or another, "Now look at this ass." And a random fact about Auntie Tony, I don't know if anybody knows this, but I know these weird facts. She has Grandma Ursula's hands. They're exactly the same hands. I've studied them.
I do.
Okay, so Uncle Tom, I distinctly remember you with a little more hair. I always said that if I was ever on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, that you would be one of my phone a friends. You're full of all this knowledge. You're full of knowledge.
It's the lifeline.
It is. You're one of my lifelines. And at every holiday party, I always remember you would be sitting and reading the newspaper. And then one day, Bill walked in. And you put the newspaper down because you found your new best friend. These two could talk for hours on end about computers, movies, video games, and it always makes me laugh to picture Uncle Tom sitting and playing video games and cursing at the TV. This guy might seem pretty quiet and shy, but once you get him going, he's loud and funny, and trust me, because I'm the instigator that gets him to say things that you will never think come out of his mouth. We're known to stop by when we're in your neighborhood with Gene and Jude's and visit with you guys, and we could only hope that you move closer so that we could stop by and visit with you more. Sadly, it would be without the Gene and Jude's, but we'll take our aunt and uncle over hot dogs.
I promise?
I might as well. Go ahead in.
It's hard to follow Lynn, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
I've been following her for 25 years. I have to tell you, as a guy who doesn't have parents, both of my parents passed away before Lynn and I got married. And I can't thank you enough for treating me as well as you always have. It means a lot to me. You've always allowed Lynn and I to do whatever we needed to do. You've always been a part of our life. There's never been a lot of expectation out of us other than just to be ourselves. And I think that that's a big point that everyone needs to know. I'm very lucky, and it's not a monetary luck. I think I've won twice. Number one is you guys in this family, and number two is my son, Tony. So, happy anniversary. I love you guys. Thank you for always being there for us.
I don't have anything written down, okay?
No.
And I can't borrow these sheets, but I gotta say that, I've been asked 50 years of marriage. What's the secret? And there's no secret. I mean, you got love and respect, but that's the bedrock of any relationship. And I would say that if I was asked, it would have to be compromise. Because neither one of us are right 100% of the time. She's got 98% going. I got whatever's left. So, and compromise and honesty. Or plausible deniability, whatever.
You didn't know.
But we traveled a long road. We had some potholes along the way. Some regrets. Got a few.
Too few to mention.
And you guys,
I know that song.
there's only one other person here that's hit that 50-mile marker, and that's Sammy.
Yeah.
But the rest of you haven't yet. A lot of you are close. And so you know exactly what I'm talking about, how important it is, and what it is that strengthens your marriage. I'm gonna put a couple of you guys on the spot. Dick, how long you been married?
44.
44 years. You know 25. John?
Going on 25.
Yeah.
25.
Ralphie.
Ralphie?
Yeah, he's
30.
30.
We got a couple to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
47.
How many?
You're three? 3.
3 years.
You haven't even had your first fight? Yeah,
44.
44. So there's a
And
lot.
Marianne's
All right. So we got a lot of parties coming up, and we'll have another one coming up. Not, let's see, 75.
Yeah, look at you. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's pretty old.
Okay, well, we might have to move that one up. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. And thank Louie and Marianne for opening your house to us. And we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice table out here. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And me, I have to have 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents. I always say that to everybody I meet, I have the best family in the whole world. And my mom always said to us, stay together, work hard to keep the family together, and no matter what, you're always family. So I know from my heart that all of us that are family, and Mary and her family, and Nancy moved right into our family, and she's just like us. And Bill, I mean, we love Bill to the end. And so my thing tonight is, everybody in this room, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with us, old people, to reminisce about 50 years, because 50 years is like that. I mean, the young ones that are in the room now, I mean, we all look forward to being 21. And all of a sudden we were 30, and all of a sudden we were 40, and somebody turns around to say today, how did I get to be 53 years old? What happened with that time? Take time to know where you are today and be grateful for what you have. And just remember, yes, family is important, and we have the best, no matter what. So I want to thank you. I want to thank Marianne and Louie for always letting us come here. For Nancy, for everything that you made tonight, and everybody else for taking time to be with us. Because this wouldn't be a party without each and every one of you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And salute. And now you have to commit. Everybody's got to commit.
Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you when you're young at heart.
Well, tonight I stand in front of you a humble man, a happy man. I love my family. The only thing I can say and add to this, these girls did it on their own. And the only thing I can add to it, I did my best. Amen. Happy anniversary, Annette and Tom. May you have many more.
Hey, Annette and Tom, just wanting to wish you a very happy anniversary. We wouldn't miss this for the world. We're thrilled for you.
50 years, you know, what can we say? We're glad that we had the opportunity to be there at the beginning, and we're glad we're here now, and we'll see you again in 50 more. We love you, Tom and Annette.
We love you.
Hi, Tone and Tom. We just wanted to say happy anniversary. I'm so happy to be part of this, and I'm so happy to be able to have your party extended back at our home.
I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you have a healthy and happy, long life. And I only hope that you get out of that frickin' Franklin Park so you don't have to worry about the rain. Happy anniversary. I love both of you.
Happy anniversary. Love you both.
Tom and Tony, happy anniversary. We wish you many, many, many more, and happy 50th from both Linda and Rich.
Hope everything is going well, and we wish you the very, very best. We thank you for including us in your family and all our friends. We really enjoyed everything. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Enjoying yourselves very much.
Mom and Dad, I'm so happy that we could be with you, and I'm glad the guys got here to be at Auntie Mary Ann's house, and I hope you guys understand how important a day it was for all of us, and for you especially. I love you very much, and you guys mean the world to me. The world to me.
Me? That's you.
I love you guys very much, and I hope you have a great anniversary.
That's good. And for me, thank you again. And you know, I mean everything that I say about being a lucky guy. I'm a very lucky guy to have you guys as my parents. And again, happy anniversary and many, many more. Thanks.
We love you.
We love you. Bye.
Love you.
Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Hey, 1,200 miles away. I'm saying happy anniversary to you guys. I wish I could be there with you guys. I'm sure you're having a wonderful time. And make sure that you kiss everyone for me, obviously. I heard it's raining, so I hope that means you don't have to run home now today and up that damn pipe. It's raining here also in Florida, just so you know. It's raining here also for your anniversary. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great time, and I love you very much. And 50 more sounds great. What do you think? 50 more? Love you guys.
Hey, Aunt Tony and Uncle Tom. We love and miss you. Happy 50th wedding anniversary.
Sorry Lauren couldn't be here.
But you're in our thoughts and prayers. We are so happy for you. We wish we could have been there. We love you.
Hi, Auntie Tony, Uncle Tom. We just wanted to say happy anniversary. We're so happy to be celebrating with you today, and we're so happy that we could make this video for you so that you could watch it over and over again whenever you feel like it.
And cry again. Some more.
And again.
With everyone else.
But we love you guys, and we hope you had a good day.
Happy anniversary. It's wonderful to be part of this and to be part of your family.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Go ahead.
Auntie Tony, Uncle Tom, happy 50th. I love you both, and here's to another 50.
Annette and Tom, you've always included me as part of your family, and I thank you. I love you.
And now for me, well, I've already taken up enough video time, I think, today, so there's not much more to say. Tom and Annette, the past 50 years have gone by in a blink of an eye. Love you both, and I'll cherish all those memories and the memories we're yet going to make together. Love you guys. Happy 50th.
And thanks for setting the road for Michael and Chris and always including them. We love you.
Hi, Auntie Annette, Uncle Tom. Congratulations on 50 years of marriage. It's a wonderful accomplishment. Great 50 happy years that we've been a part of for 23 and 25. Thank you for always being there, showing us what true love and being together as a family really means. You guys have always been there for every sporting event, family occasion that we've ever had, and it wouldn't be the same without you guys. So congratulations on 50 years. We can't wait for the next 50 and the next family party we get to see you guys. We love you.
Annette and Uncle Tom, thank you. 50 years, that's quite an accomplishment. Like I said to you, Annette, at the restaurant, that gives our generation hope. You guys are the anomaly. All of my and my brother's, I'm sure, is fondest memories. When we think back, you were a part of every single one of them. And that means the world to us. It means the world to our family. You are our family. We love you. Thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations, guys.
Hi, Tone.
Hi, Tone.
Happy 50th. Thank you so much for being my wife's best friend.
You are my best friend.
And I hope you have a lot of years left together.
I love you, Toots.